Hi guys, and welcome back to another video Gaming with the Powers. I'm Jake, and today we're going to be looking at some more updates for the Marvel United Multiverse campaign. I'm just trying to get you guys caught up, and I'm trying to catch up myself on all the updates that have been coming out. I think they're at 45, update 45 at the time of this video. So I'm going to be slowly releasing videos of chunks and of updates, and then I'll throw in some little mini shorts of one update as we move along, just to get that content out there. But yeah, so today guys, we're going to be looking at update number 5 through update number 10, again, of the Marvel United Kickstarter campaign. Just reacting to it and seeing what we got. So looking at here on update number 5, we got Just a Face in the Crowd. The community has reached the 370k mark and unlocking Shad. And up next for 410k is Chameleon. All right, that's kind of cool. So I do not know a whole lot about Chameleon. It says Chameleon was the first ever enemy of the superhero Spider-Man. Okay, that's pretty cool. I had a friend that I talked to on a gaming night this past weekend, and he told me that he actually is like a 1940 Spider-Man villain, and one of the first ever Spider-Man villains as well. So shout out to you for giving me some information on that. But let's see, just read a little bit. He nearly framed Spider-Man as a traitor while impersonating him to steal secret U.S. documents. That's kind of cool. So this is Chameleon in his little background. Let's kind of read here and see what we got. So it says, Chameleon is a very unusual villain. While he poses very little threat to the heroes, they will be hard-pressed to stop his master plan in time, and he's one slippery wrongdoer. Many of his effects accelerate his plans, all while he slips away in the crowd, using as many disguises. Once heroes complete 2 missions, when they corner Chameleon to attack him, they need to see if they actually have the right guy. The more thugs and civilians in his location, the easier it is for him to get lost in the crowd. The heroes must reveal one random Find the Chameleon token to see if they have really got the real Chameleon so they can attack him. That's kind of cool. Only 1 out of 8 tokens reveals Chameleon. The others are people he disguises himself as. Heroes will stand a better chance at finding him if they attack him in an empty location. For each thug/civilian slot in the location, they may reveal an extra Find the Chameleon token, increasing their chances of finding him and stopping him before it's too late. That's a cool mechanic that they added. I like that. You know, depending on who you're playing, that can be either very easy or very, very difficult. What else does it say? Chameleon's threats put even more pressure on the heroes. Half of them improve his disguises, reducing the number of tokens you can reveal. The other half helps his schemes as they double the effect of overflows in that location. All right. There is his 3D render model right there. That's a pretty nice model. That's pretty cool. All right, so that looks like all there for update number 5. This is Chameleon. All right, guys, let's go ahead and look at update number 6. Sounds like music to my ears. So we were successful in raising the community of 410,000 and unlocking Chameleon. And our next stretch goal at 440k is going to be Songbird. Okay, she sounds familiar. I mean, those are beautiful wings right there. Let's see if I know anything about Songbird. Let's see. Melissa Gold was a former wrestler and a member of the Cybernetic Hands groups as Screaming Mimi. Oh, I think, didn't she like try to impersonate somebody as she joined Helmut Zemo's Masters? Yeah, and then the Masters disguised himself as the Thunderbolts and she adopted it. Okay, I kind of remember her a little bit. She can manipulate sound like no other. Her sonic blasts are able to strike both adjacent locations at the same time. That's cool. She can also manipulate sound to create a solid defensive shield capable of protecting all heroes in her location. Her manipulation song can turn the minds of henchmen, making them attack villains or the other henchmen instead. That's cool. So kind of like a reverse, like a counter almost. Those are model. Those are some nice wings. Those are beautiful wings right there. Like the colors too. All right, guys. So again, this is update number 6. This is Songbird that we will unlock at 440k. All right, guys. Taking a look at number 7. This one is called Gear Up. So we were successful in raising or funding for 440k, unlocking Songbird. The next stretch goal is going to be another equipment drop. So classic equipment promos. So this is basically going to be a, what does it say? A set of 21 Kickstarter exclusive equipment cards. These are specifically designed to supply some of the heroes available as promos in the previous Marvel United Kickstarter campaigns. With the equipment, they need to be up to date. That's cool. That's really cool. So let's see who all is in here. These are equipment cards being added to the stretch goal. Beta Ray Bill. Okay, you'll get Stormbreaker. Blade, you'll get Blade's Blade. Daredevil will get the Billy Club. Elektra gets her Sai. Gamora, Godslayer. Ghost Rider will get Hellfire Chain and Hell Charger. Hawkeye will get Trick Arrows. So get Explosive Arrows, Wire Arrows, Pin Particle Arrows, Smoke Bomb Arrows. That's cool. Magic will get the Soul Sword. Mockingbird get her Battle Staff. Moon Knight will get his Crescent Darts and Moon Knight suit. Namor will get his Trident. Nick Fury will get his Battle Suit. And Spider-Ham with Web Shooters. And War Machine will get his Stealth Field Generator, Deflector Shields, and Omni Beam. Alright, that is cool. I'm excited for that. I have the original Marvel United campaign, the Kickstarter campaign, so I'll be getting all of these. Just real quick, really... Nope, those are all the promos. So those are all promo characters. So if you did not back the Marvel United Kickstarter campaign, you will not have a shot at getting these. So I mean, if you back this campaign, something you can maybe sell off, I guess. But this is update number 7. Gearing up, getting all those extra equipment cards. We unlock Songbird and looking to unlock the classic equipment promo. All right, guys, update number 8. Breaker of Men and Women. So we've been successful in hitting the 460K mark. So we've got that classic equipment. Our next goal at 500K is going to be Titania. Oh, man. I remember her. Mary McFerrin. She tried to beat up Spider-Woman. She falsely told her coworker and friend Marsha that, oh, never mind, she was Spider-Woman. Or let me rephrase that. She falsely told people that she was Spider-Woman. When the real Spider-Woman arrived to save the party guests from collapsing structure, the guests turn on Mary and Marsha, chasing them into the forest of Battle World, where they're found by Dr. Doom, who needed metahuman operatives to further his ambitions. Mary and Marsha both agreed to Doom's offer of power in exchange for serving in his army of supervillains. Mary as the villain Titania. All right. I like that. It's cool. She's like holding like a giant beam. Maybe Titania was not the person I was thinking of. I don't know who I was thinking of. It might have been like a DC character I was thinking of. But not Titania. Alright, so Titania is rough and tumble. She fights hard, she fights dirty, and she can take it as good as she can dish out. With master plan cards that allow her to move and boom twice in a row. Oh, that's brutal. And threats that give her extra resistance and additional attacks. Whenever she KOs a hero, they take a KO token. Whenever the heroes would defeat her, she takes a crisis token and gets right back up. Whoa! That sucks. Only difference is now that she's even angrier, so she deals extra damage for each crisis token she has. Alright, so like the Hulk, better not piss her off. This is an all-out brawl, goes on until someone runs out of cards. At this point, players compare the number of KO and crisis tokens to determine the winner. That's cool. That's actually cool, though. I like how they did that. Again, like, I like that they're bringing in all these different mechanics and these different styles to the game now. And, like, they've kind of always done that before, but now they're really bringing in a lot of variety. Players can also choose to add Titania's partner, Absorbing Man, as a challenge. Once the first threat is cleared, the Absorbing Man threat is placed in the Titania's location. This henchman can deal out damage across several locations and is remarkably hard to take down. What we got for Absorbing Man? So, BAM is deal 1 damage to one hero in this location and in each location with a double feature threat. Absorbing Man ignores 1 damage each hero turn. When this threat is cleared, remove it from the game. Okay, I mean, that's not bad. So this is update, and there's our model right there. I forgot to say it. So this would be update number 8, I believe. Yep, Breaker of Men and Women for Titania. All right, looking at update number 9. Every ship needs a first mate. So we've been successful in hitting the 500K mark and unlocking Titania. Next up, we got another Starjammer, Hepzibah. At 530k, if we hit that mark. Yeah, like I said earlier, with a lot of the Starjammers, I don't really know any of the Starjammers. I'm assuming they're basically kind of like the multiverse version of the Guardians of the Galaxy. So let's see. Starjammers. She would later form the Starjammers. Oh. So she met Corsair for the first time. Hepzibah, with the help of several other prisoners who would later form the Starjammers, help Corsair in their mutual escape from the prison. Okay. She teamed up with the X-Men on multiple occasions. She'd be separated from the Starjammers and forced to reside with the X-Men on Earth. Okay, so she's extremely agile, being able to use move actions to accomplish anything she needs to. Her acute sense allows her to jump out of the way whenever a villain tries to corner her, so she can fire from a safe distance using her blaster. She also possesses mood-altering pheromones that can neutralize an enemy's BAM effect. That comes in handy. There's her little 3D rendered piece right there. And then, as with all the Starjammer crew, they are going to come with a Starjammer card. Starjammer crew are closely knit gang. Whenever Hepzibah plays one of her Starjammer crew cards, she can also perform an extra wild action if the previous card in the storyline is also some type of Starjammer card. I like this cool mechanic that they've added in. Well, I don't want to say mechanic, but I like this where like you have certain people of different factions. Like you'll see in a later update, I'll talk about like, well, actually, I already have a video on it about the team decks. I like how they add in those team decks, but I also like how there's certain characters with cards in their own deck that if there's other cards there that are a part of like the Starjammers, then they get bonus effects as well. I think that's cool, and I think they should add that into more things as well. But yeah, so this is Hepzibah. She is a part of the Starjammers, and if the community hits 530k, we will go ahead and unlock her. All right, guys, looking at update number 10. Who says the environment doesn't influence behavior? Okay, we have hit the 530k mark, unlocking Hepzibah, and our next stretch goal at 570k is going to be Absorbing Man, absorbing all of the elements. So Carl Creel. Yeah, Absorbing Man, you know, I've heard of him, Spider-Man villain, I think. Pretty sure he's Spider-Man villain. What did it say? Creel was chosen by Loki as his unwitting agent in a scheme against Thor. I thought he was a Spider-Man villain. Maybe he wasn't. What was he thinking? Like, where did I play him? I had Marvel Champions. So I used to have Marvel Champions, and he was in an expansion for Marvel Champions, I thought. I thought he was in like the Green Goblin expansion. No, he wasn't. It was in the Red Skull expansion. You had to fight him in the Red Skull expansion. So Absorbing Man is a tough criminal in his own right. Swinging his ball and chain, he can damage heroes all around him, as well as knocking out civilians. He can deal massive, unpreventable damage and even outright remove hero cards from the game. Jesus. But what really sets him apart in his power to absorb the properties of anything he touches, each location has a threat representing a different material. Absorbing Man gains a permanent ability, and his BAM effect changes depending on the material present in the location he's on. So Diamond makes him vulnerable and able to attack all heroes around him for 2 damage. It's a problem. Stone allows him to ignore 1 damage and make blunt force attacks. Okay, it's not bad. Glass makes him take extra damage and if attacked, but his master plan is accelerated. Okay, risk reward. Water forces heroes to spend moves before attacking him and depletes his deck faster. Steel allows him to ignore 1 damage every turn and make a 2 damage attack. That sucks. Fire forces heroes to use heroic actions instead of attacks against him and allows him to attack all locations around him. Clearing these threats requires different action combinations, and heroes need to avoid overflows. Otherwise, cleared threats may come back. To make things worse, many of Absorbing Man's master plan cards give him a double move, so he can shift and attack twice per turn. Jesus. Told you there were a lot of absorbing here. Sounds like he's going to be a pain in the behind. There's this 3D model there. That's kind of cool. I like how they have the different aspects and the brick wall behind it. Like he's like grabbing onto the brick wall and becoming partially part brick there. Players can choose to add Absorbing Man's partner Titania as a challenge. Well, geez, I mean, like, like, let me get through him first before I had somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Because if I'm using equipment, I gotta play this on a hard difficulty. Henchman is a heavy hitter that can knock out separate heroes. Deal 2 damage to one hero on this location and 1 damage to one hero in each adjacent location. When this threat is cleared, remove it from the game. Yeah, that's well, look, if you were looking for a challenge, look no further than Absorbing Man. All right, yeah, so that is update number 10, guys. Who says the environment doesn't influence behavior? And that is Absorbing Man. Okay, guys, so that was a quick rundown of update number 5 through 10 of the Marvel United Multiverse Kickstarter campaign. As I said earlier, I'm going to be doing some updates in chunks and throwing out little mini shorts trying to get myself caught up and you guys caught up if you have not been following along. So you can see what is coming out for the campaign to see if it kind of interests you. This is not a paid promotion. I'm not getting paid to promote Marvel United Multiverse at all. I just love the game and I love everything that has to do with Marvel. So I want to see what we're doing here and just make content for you guys as well. All right, guys, as always, please comment, like, subscribe, and look out for more videos. Bye.